Hey Stefano, I wanted to answer your question as far as if there was a difference between my finger from the last video to my current video, and actually there isn't, unfortunately. I wish to say there was a difference, but unfortunately there isn't. I actually don't have my fake nails on like I did in all my other videos, so that might be the difference. My finger has always been like this. It's always, I can pull my finger up where it can be perfectly straight, but then it just flops down because it doesn't have the muscle, and this is still very stiff right in this joint here, and the only way I can do that, like I said in the other video, by making it more straight is by putting the ACE brace on, and I really just chose not to, just because I went through 3 months of therapy and I just really didn't want to keep going with it, unfortunately. You have to put it on so much throughout the day, the ACE brace, and literally taking it off it's really, it makes your finger feel like you just got out of, surgery. It's just very tender after you take the ACE brace off. So you do want to make it perfectly straight, all the power to you, but I really just chose not to because it just hurt like hell, and I was like, I've done through enough. My patients were just like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. So I think it's just funny because it's like if you look at my hand like this, it really does look perfectly straight, and then the second I turn my finger, it's like, oh, nope, it's not perfectly straight. So like I said before, I didn't think it was worth it. It's just really more of a cosmetic thing. At the end, making your finger look perfectly straight. As long as I can bend my finger, all the way, I'm happy with it. So I just want to let you know that. When it comes to therapy, just let you know, with with the tendon surgery, you don't want to delay the therapy at all. The second I got my cast taken off from having my surgery, I literally started therapy that day. They literally took me from that room after I took my wires taken out, and I had my first therapy that day, because the more every single day goes by, it's more and more valuable to start the therapy as soon as possible. One of the hardest things for me personally, which I don't think I even touched up, was I did actually have a tendon where my wires were put in. I actually had a part in my tendon that got actually stuck to my muscle, and I had to push super hard against my knuckle over and over, because it was not, I think that's why my therapy was so hard, because if any of your tendons get stuck on your muscle, once it attaches to the muscle does not want to stretch at all, and you literally have to rub that tendon so hard to come detached from that muscle. So you really don't want that to happen. And literally, that's why they rushed me to the therapy right after I had surgery, because they did not want that to happen. Well, unfortunately, it did happen, just because my therapy was just so slow in the beginning. They were only just doing warm rice for me, the first couple times, and just kind of just doing this, just stretching it and then just pushing it down a little bit, and that's all they did in the beginning. So I wasn't getting much of a pull or stretch at all, and therefore it just kind of attached itself to the muscle, and it literally took, I would say, about 4 to 5 weeks to finally get that tendon to get detached. So it's really valuable that you really do start this therapy as soon as possible. Sorry, Stefano, I got caught up with work. But I just want to let you know, you should start your therapy as soon as possible. And keep in mind too, when it comes to your doctor, I had one of the ones that he was known all over the world and everything, and honestly, I did not care at all if he was known or not known. If you do have any questions, if your concerns or anything, talk to your doctor, because I don't care if it's an emergency call or not. It's if you have questions, you have questions, and honestly, it feels like a lot of the times, if you don't speak up with these doctors or these nurses, they will honestly, walk all over you. So you really need to make sure that you speak up, and just make sure, like I said, I don't really know the time frame between when you had your surgery and when you put your splint on, and from your splint putting on when that therapy starts. But like I said, every single day that goes by, it's so valuable. That's why they start the therapy as soon as they possibly can. They don't want to, have this cast on for a while and then start the therapy months and months from now, because the sooner they do the therapy, the more improvements. And I think honestly, maybe for other people it's different how much they improve, but personally for me, I just had a really hard time with my hand, and it really took me like 3 months to honestly see a huge improvement. Keep in mind, in the beginning I could not even move my finger like at all by itself when I got the cast off. So hopefully that helps you. And if there is any other specific questions, I always tell people the more specific the questions are, the easier it is. But yeah, my finger is the same. And like I said, if you want to make it more straight at the end, do mention the ACE brace. They will probably recommend it for you in the very end of your therapy, once you're able to actually put it on and not rip it off, because it really does stretch your finger. So hopefully that helps, and if you have any questions, let me know.